Hi YouTube, welcome to Pagan Perspective. This is Wednesday and I'm your host Megan. Hi YouTube, welcome to Pagan Perspective. I'm your host Megan. This is Wednesday and today we're doing show and tell. So thank you so much Tatiana for subbing in for me last week. Sometimes my job as a therapist isn't always the most fun, and sometimes things happen that make me really sad. And so last week was pretty hard for me. But I'm here this week and I get to show you some things that kind of mean a lot to me and are interesting, I hope, for you guys to see. And just a few odds and ends that I use in my practice that I thought you might enjoy getting a chance to see. So, without further ado, I figured I would start actually with my totem. So, as I've mentioned probably before in some videos, probably when I was a sub, I mentioned that for me, I hold the snake as my totem. Very important to me. I have a very strong connection with snake, and I actually have two representations of snake that are on my altar. As many of you know, I have a puppy, so not really the best space to have an actual snake. And the first is the one that I actually got first, and that is this guy. So as you can see, he is one of those beanbag type snakes. He has little beads for eyes, and I just think he's absolutely adorable, and I've used him for a really long time. I think I got him, oh goodness, I was probably maybe 10 years old. Yeah, maybe 10, 11, something like that. So then the next totem that I have on my altar is actually this one. And what I love so much about him is that the articulation in the wood really has that flowing look to it, and it just gives the feeling, I think, of having more snake type qualities to it. I just love it. I think that it really is something that I'm able to connect with during ritual when I need to have a connection with my totem. It feels more realistic. It allows me to create a stronger bond during ritual with my totem. So that would be that. So the next thing that I thought I would show you would be my original tarot deck. Now, I've used a lot of tarot decks in the past. Tarot is not my primary method. I think I've talked more that I like to use runes, but I thought that it might be fun to share my original back in the day tarot deck that I've pretty much used since, oh goodness, I guess middle school, maybe. So this is the bag, and you know what, you're not, oh, maybe you can see it there. It has a faded pentacle on it. It's pretty old and ratty at this point. And then let me get out the cards for you. So this is a Rider-Waite tarot deck, the original. So I'll show you. On this side is the back side, so that's the pattern. And then let's show off. Oop. There we go. We'll show off some of the cards here. So these are the original Rider-Waite cards. I love them. A lot of past energy in these. I used to read a lot for friends and things like that, and I just haven't done a lot of reading recently. I haven't really been called for it. The thing I want to show you is my chalice. So my chalice is something that became very personal to me when my mother actually got this for me. And She got this from an amazing shop in our hometown called Amber Moon, and this was one of the best presents I'd ever gotten. I was 14 years old, 14 or 15 years old, maybe 15, and it was just such a wonderful present. It was so beautiful. She got it for me for solstice, and I was so in love. And I'll show you why, because this is a special chalice. So this is my chalice, and as you can see on it, there is an inscription, an engraving of Pentacle, and inside it I currently have a small candle, because, let me do the flame part of this, because as you can see, when the flame is inside, let's see if we can tip it so you can see a little bit better, the flame actually burns purple. Now in the viewfinder here, it looks like it's burning blue inside. However, when you see it without the camera, it actually is a purple flame, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if I can get you in. You can see the flame then a little more clearly. Probably also see a reflection of the rest of my room, but you can see the flame inside, and it's just absolutely beautiful. You can kind of see it there. To be able to see the flame inside the chalice is just beautiful. So the last thing that I want to show you is actually something that I made when I was in 3rd grade. So I was at Girl Scout camp, and we were doing pottery, and they said, well, we want you to make something that you can bring home with you, something that means something to you. And what I wanted to make was a pentacle plate for my altar, because at this point I was in 3rd grade, I had my own altar, I was very happy about it. I got to have my own personal stuff. It was a very exciting time for me. And so I decided that I was going to make myself my first pentacle plate that I had done all by my lonesome. So here it is. So as you can see, let me see if I can hold it up here for you. I have moon for the goddess, the sun for the god. In the center here, there you go. Maybe you can see I have the Cancer symbol and water, because I'm most closely connected to water, and that is my element. And so for me, I put it in the center. Remember, I was in 3rd grade when I made this. I have a flower, small flower that I did for earth, flames down here for fire, and of course wind over here for air. And then I kind of did a wash of black over the whole thing. I did try and do a little bit of, you can probably see there's a little bit of detailing work along the edge. Over the years it has become a little chipped in places and has moved around, but overall it is really, I think, just a beautiful piece, and I just love it. It's mine, and it fits me so well. So that is my show and tell, guys. Hopefully you got to see a little piece of my history and things that mean something to me and in my practice. And share in the comments below things that mean something to you as well, and what you might have working for you in your path, and maybe things that you've made. That's what I really love to take away from this video this week, was I got to share some pieces that meant something from me from my past, and I really wanted to share those with you. So I hope that you all have a very happy Mabon, blessed equinox to you all. And as always, guys, blessed be.